Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for November 10. My name is Wendy. I have shuffled and laid the cards, but I've not looked at them yet. We'll also pull an astrology card to see where specifically this reading is affecting you. Okay, Saggy, let's see what we've got. Page of Wands, King of Swords, Nine of Wands. Something needs to be expressed. I feel, right away it's feeling like there's a conversation that needs to be had, and I feel like the Page of Wands is sharpening his pencil, or he's turning up the volume on his microphone, right? Really making sure that he's going to be heard. I'm feeling like this could also be a father-son relationship because there's some kind of like intimidation. The King of Swords could also be a boss. I mean, he seems to represent some kind of like authority figure, or power figure in your life who you maybe want to approach, or someone who is giving like a performance review, or someone who's giving the truth, or the advice of how something will proceed. But there does seem to be a little bit of nervousness about how this person will receive you. Now, the King of Swords is also an aspect of self. It is the truth, and it is that conversation that needs to be had. I feel like you're healing a wound by becoming more confident with your communication and saying things out loud, saying things to yourself or to the universe, just saying them with pride. The more that you say something, the less fear it has. Just like Hermione says, fear of a name only increases fear of the thing itself. So that's come through, and that's absolutely what I'm sensing here. Because when you tell the universe, right, the universe responds. So I want this for myself. I want this for myself. I want this. The universe listens. And if you say, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, the universe listens. So maybe you're really seeing the power of your words. I feel like this King of Swords can also be a friend who you're happy to go and visit. I'm seeing somebody who's very tall, a very tall, masculine energy, who is very intelligent also. But I think they're quite a good friend of yours, and I think you're happy to go see them. Okay, we've got the Death card. Past wounds, there could be some past wounds. Death changes everything, doesn't it? It brings a silence with it. And it really makes us recognize where we feel powerless. The Four of Swords. Okay, so you're feeling a bit fatigued, I want to say. I think you're feeling a bit fatigued. And this could be a need for rest. King of Wands. There's some romance, creativity, some art, some artistry, some vision, entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe you've got a side quest. That Two of Pentacles, you've got a side quest, a side business, something you're doing on the side that you're just kind of, I don't know, I'm hearing evaluation. I'm not really hearing that it's something that you want to become full-time. I'm feeling like it's just something you're like, is this really worth it? It's kind of taking away from the main vision, right? The King of Wands is very focused on his vision. I mean, look at him, the way he's poised, positioned. I mean, he's intently looking at something, and I feel like that side view kind of emphasizes how intently he is looking at something else, his vision. I see poetry. I'm hearing poetry in motion. Life is poetry, life is art. The Knight of Cups, life is art. But let's not get too distracted. Sometimes that Knight of Cups can get carried away with his whims. But there's a new romance. It's like, I feel like that Two of Pentacles is a key. I'm hearing Thursday, and I'm hearing that it's a key moment in the week ahead where you're evaluating how you're spending your time and what this like side thing is actually taking away from your life or your energy. Because again, there is a little bit of burnout here. Death can also remind us of the past, in that Nine of Wands, reminding us of the past. past conversations. I feel it's important that you represent yourself well. I think this week you're really, not just this week, always, but this week in particular, it's important that you represent yourself well. I'm seeing some fun with fashion, with clothing, with how you express yourself, maybe experimenting with something a little different. But I think you feel quite good. And of course, your clothing is a representation of how you feel. And clothing is so integral to our daily life that sometimes we overlook how important it is. But down to how things make us feel in our bodies, the feeling of fabric against our skin, and overall what that expresses to us, about us, how we value ourselves, how we want to feel, what we want to communicate to others. There's really a look at what we communicate to others versus what we keep for ourselves. And it has to come from the self first. I think you're a director this week. It feels like you're using your artistic vision to guide people or to create an event, or maybe you're just participating, but there's this interest in the arts. And I feel that some of you are recovering, or someone else that you know could be recovering from something. And I do see kindness. I see you showing up with like a basket of care, basket of goods, or showing up to help them with something, or someone is really showing up for you. The Knight of Cups is beautiful because that community is really coming through for you. So the Two of Pentacles can also indicate potentially some distraction that this Knight of Cups brings to your life, because you feel that the seasons are shifting, the something internally is shifting, and the Knight of Cups wants to explore something. He wants to explore something. He wants to explore the cup world. It's like, okay, I know policy and procedure and books and knowledge and scientific experiments and evidence and everything, and I know about entrepreneurship, and I know about, asserting my will and exploring, but what about my inner world? What about my cups? What about love? What about my dreams? It just feels like you're searching for something more, something deeper. The fire element, yeah, desire. Express your desire. Express your desire. Because that is how you express your creative urge. What do you desire? I desire someone to heal me, someone to heal my wounds. I feel like you really want someone. You might be seeing even though a lot of these cards are quite harsh, I feel like it brings out a softness in you, Sagittarius. I feel a softness in you this week, or you feel yourself softening. And you just want to be held. You just want to be kind of vulnerable and someone to take care of you. Every Sagittarius I know is so outgoing and generous and like usually a yes person. But I do also see a lot of burnout amongst you sometimes with, lack of recognition or reciprocity, or you're kind of like Pisces that way. I do see similarities where there's this like endless generosity and selflessness, which is so beautiful. Please don't ever change, but please also find balance and have some of that for yourself and let yourself be cared for. It could, because these cards are so like rigid and masculine feeling in the beginning, it could be a I don't know, a threat to masculinity, or maybe some of you are masculine people who, you're aware of your softness, but there's also that like expectation to be more masculine. But I feel like you represent a really nice integration of both. And I see you being purposeful and intentional this week. There's something that you notice there's like an empty space somewhere, or there's someone who's recently gone through a loss, and I feel like you want to honor them, or you want to show up, or you know how to help the situation. You have an amazing ability to build things and to just make things happen. Like, I think you are the magician card of the tarot. You and Scorpio both share this amazing power, and I hope you feel celebrated and loved in the week to come and forever. So Sagittarius, that's your reading for the week ahead. I hope it's been helpful, and if you want a personal reading with me, information is below.